So it's probably no secret lately that we've been really busy. My brother was getting married. That's him and his new wife right there, Tasha, right before they got married, and we were hanging out. You know, got to make time for family. Tyler's been busy also with his Jeep. He replaced all the brakes on that thing. Everything was worn out. New rotors, new drums, new drum brakes, pads, the whole 9 yards. Real proud of him for sticking in there and doing that. Aaron, his son Logan had a birthday, and we were all there to support and hang out with him. And Logan's a good kid, and he got one of the coolest presents I've seen in a long time, and something that he actually really wanted. So I thought that was really cool. Little hauler for all his RC trucks and stuff, and lowriders that he has, and rock crawlers, and I just thought that was a really cool gift. And now, of course, I want one for myself. Yeah, that's a cool little truck right there. It does all the things. So he will be having a lot of fun with that.
That's awesome. What do you think, dudes? What do you think? We've just been busy. My brother got married. So much fun. That was so much fun. I was so nervous the whole time during the wedding. I was the best man, and I was nervous, and I didn't want to say a whole lot. And then even during my best man speech, I didn't make it a long one. I just kind of went through it real quick, only because my brother's not much of a speaker, and he's going to be my best man in a couple months. So I took it easy on you, Ramon. Remember that. Because everybody knows I can talk. Anyways, we've been extremely busy. We've had everything going on. We've had family. We've had people in and out of here. We got family staying with us. We've had friends that we haven't seen in a long time. It was real good to see JJ. It was real good to see everybody that I haven't seen. So thank you guys. We love you. We're just extremely busy. I have not had time for this car. I had to go work on a friend of mine's truck and help him out, get that thing lined out for quite a bit. And then, like I said, we've had everything else going on. And yeah, so we're back on the Impala now. Today is a really different day. We're gonna go ahead and degrease the bottom and the engine and everything. Spray degreaser all over everything, get it clean, power wash it. We're gonna try and power wash the best we can in here. I don't wanna put the car back together and get it back out. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try it anyways. I think it'll be fine. I've done it before. But so we're gonna degrease the whole bottom of the car, spray degreaser everywhere. I got the power washer, our little hyper tough power washer. Tyler's hyper tough power washer. He used to detail cars in the summertime when he was a kid. So he used to have people come bring them over here. He'd detail them, clean them, wash them, vacuum them out, shampoo carpets, whatever he had to do. So we still have this little power washer. I'm gonna put it to work now, and hopefully it still works. I don't think we've used it in a year or so. But I'm gonna power wash the engine bay, completely clean the underneath, and then tomorrow, if it's real dry and everything's good, I'm gonna leave my fans running in here all night. And if it's real dry and everything, we're gonna go ahead and undercoat the entire bottom of the car, inside the engine bay as much as we can. And then I do have some goodies for the engine that I haven't really told anybody about, but we got some valve covers, and we got a dress-up kit and some stuff that we're gonna do to this car. And we are gonna do some mechanic stuff to this car. It has a leaky fuel pump. I got a new fuel pump for it. The transmission pan is leaking. We're gonna pull that off at some point, get that all done. That way the car is just pretty much ready to go. I drove the car around a little bit before we put it in here, and the brakes seem really good, but they do want to look into brake upgrades in the future. So we're gonna look into that and maybe have the car back at some point after it gets painted. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that now. Finishing the little bit of body work that we have left. I would honestly say about 90–95% of the body work is done at this point. Now, so we're just gonna clean. I already kind of started spraying some degreaser and stuff everywhere, letting that really get in there and dissolve. I'll spray it a couple more times or anything like that. Then we can then after it's painted, we can get the car real cleaned off, blowed off. We can put the new wheel tubs back in here that they have. So they have brand new inner wheel tubs right there. So we'll get those in and bolted up. But right now we're degreasing, we're cleaning, and then my garage is a mess, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. And then at some point we probably will have to put the car down on the ground and roll it out and clean this shop clean. Not for primer. For primer we'll probably just leave it, but before we paint we'll probably clean this thing really good. I'm talking, you know, sweep the walls, sweep everything, get everything, and then before we paint, we'll probably go ahead and get a mister in a spray can and just spray everything down really clean, where it's wet and sticky and there's not as much dust. I have a cotton tree back here. It's not mine, and I don't know about you, but my allergies kill me, and there is cotton everywhere, and I can't stand it. So hopefully that'll pass pretty soon. I don't know. Who knows? I'm rambling, but so it's all in the details. All in the details, that's for sure. A wise man told me that once, and I 100% agree. It is completely 100% all in the details. I just sprayed my DA. Oopsie. Yeah, we're just getting everywhere. We're gonna get all underneath the car. I'm gonna lay down there, get underneath the car, get some of this dust out of here, push it out while we're doing it. Like I said, I've done this before. I don't like doing it in the garage, but is what it is. I have to lay on the creeper and roll around this car, spraying some stuff. And then I got my power washer hooked up, like I said, so we'll just start power washing and then hopefully get it coated tomorrow. If it's all dry and everything looks good, we'll just get it coated and staying true to our roots with satin black Rust-Oleum sealer, because it is a sealer. It's a rust inhibitor. Works great, and I'm gonna probably put 2 coats real thick, make everything nice. As long as everything looks good under there, there's no problems, we'll keep on trucking. Like I always say, you know, keep on trucking. Time to make a mess. I bought squeegees so we can squeegee the whole, you know, floor afterwards and get it all outside. So that's something I forgot to mention. Oh, this was stupid. I'm soaked. Right in a puddle. Alright. Now we get the squeegees and clean this baby up. Woo! Oh man. What have I done? My life choices have brought me to this. Actually, I have to confess. So, I have a swamp cooler in here. It's one of those portable ones you just push around. And the float quit and I left the water on. I came in here the other day and there was 3 inches of water in here, and I'm not kidding you. So, that's why I was like, you know what, let's just wash this thing, let's get it done. Whatever's happened is gonna happen, and then that's why I use the smaller water jet, just kind of blast it off there real quick. I'm not trying to use a bunch of water, but you know, that's how it goes. All right, that is looking much better. Much better, look at that. Now we can paint, see? Look at that, underneath looks amazing under there. This car is in really great shape. Look at that. Look at that. It got all that junk off of there. Well, most of it. But, like I said, we're just hitting it with some Rust-Oleum, make it look good, and keep the rust out of it. Look at that hair today. Woo! I'm looking good for you guys. I don't care. Anyways, now I got the shop floor to clean, and clean everything else. And like I said, my swamp cooler, the float blew out the other day or whatever, and I left the water running to it. So I came in here the next day and there was 3 inches of water in here. I'm not even joking, not even exaggeration. I think I took a picture of it, but I think it was after I already got a lot of it out. But yeah, so this isn't new to me, and I've actually washed trucks in here before. Just gotta kind of be careful of all the electronic things that I have in here, and the walls. I try to keep it off the walls. which I think I am gonna paint the walls in here pretty soon, just because everything's so covered and in overspray that it's just, you know, I think it's creating a lot of dust too. I'm not having a big dust problem when I paint, but you do, especially without the ventilation and stuff in here. And I really want to make a hole in this wall. There's nothing back there except for where we keep all our 4-wheelers and 3-wheelers and stuff like that on the other side of this wall. So I want to put a fan there and then draw, because my neighbors are right there, so I don't want anything getting on any of their stuff. Which the paint that I usually use accelerator and stuff like that, or hardener, and it dries within like 20 feet. So I've never had a problem. I've always looked at their stuff, made sure, but I always ventilate this way because all this property over here, that's all mine. So if I get overspray on my stuff, that's just me getting overspray on my stuff. But I really try my hardest not to get anything on my neighbor's stuff. And so far, like 5 years of painting cars in here, I don't think I've had anything where it's not supposed to be. And I don't even have overspray on my house, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's probably just luck, honestly. Hopefully it doesn't run out. Now we got the water mess cleaned up. Just a quick little trick. I know a lot of people maybe don't know this trick, maybe everybody does, but I use aluminum foil on stuff that's round or wires. So anywhere where there's wires. So I use aluminum foil as masking a lot of times, because see how you can just squeeze it? There's no tape, no nothing. You just squeeze it on there. Those right there are the spark plug wires. And just real quick, it doesn't take but a minute, just squeeze that stuff on there and get it covered up. We're just gonna paint a little bit of the firewall, up in the fender wells right there, down on the frame, these bars here, inside the fender wells, and then in the back. Then in the back, we're just gonna paint right there. I got those taped off. Got the air shocks taped off because they're white. And A-Rod, my buddy, he was cool enough to let me use his mixing pot. If you guys don't know what this is basically it's a pressurized pot with a paint gun on it, so you can paint upside down or any direction you want. They're really, really handy. I used to paint equipment with these, and but much bigger ones. But yeah, they're really, really handy. You can paint up completely upside down, hold the gun upside down. With a gravity feed gun, you're limited to how much you can lean the gun, and it pretty much needs to stay up straight up and down. So I got this mixed up now. I got the magic hardener in there. I just put just a little bit on the bottom. It's really not going to matter, and I don't want it to shine real hard. I just want to get it sealed up. So I'm going to go ahead and get some good coverage, lay quite a bit on there, get the frame, get everywhere where I can kind of see. There's still some grease, there's still some oil under there. I'm not too worried about it. Just want to get the floorboards and everything sealed up. It's got some surface rust on there. I didn't see anything where it was poking through. I didn't see any weak spots. So now we're just going to just start spraying the axles, spraying everything, like pretty much everything, all the A-arms, springs, pretty much everything, the frame, the firewall, like I said, just dust around everything. So the shroud on this car is metal, so we're gonna go ahead and spray that as good as we can too, without trying to get the radiator too bad. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, honestly. But yeah, so that's the plan today. That's why we power washed underneath. Amazing. So without further ado, let's get under there, let's get to painting. I don't know how much I can film, because I don't want all the overspray and everything falling down on my camera lens and on my expensive camera. So, you know, GoPros are like $600, $700 now. So yeah, we don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to take my phone camera out and do anything, but I'll try and set it up somewhere where you can kind of get the gist of what I'm talking about with the air hoses and the paint gun. And it's actually a pretty nice paint gun he's got on here. So it's actually a pretty nice paint gun Aaron's got on here, a DeVilbiss. It's a high quality paint gun. I used to use Seda. I always loved them, always liked them. I've used DeVilbiss in the past. They're very good guns, high quality. They're very expensive. So yeah, but anyways, with this gun, you can go upside down anywhere you want because everything's pressurized to the gun. So it doesn't matter. and we're gonna run this gun. I'm gonna start about 45 pounds. If it needs more, we'll go more. If it needs less, we'll go less. It's got a regulator on it, and I got a regulator on my compressor, so that'll be it.